Good morning and happy Monday. So I've just had a lovely little sleep in, even though it's only 6 a.m, but it just feels like midday. And 6 a.m on the Gold Coast kind of is like midday, let's be real. But last night I stayed up quite late because the World Athletics Championships was on, and it was the 100-meter finals last night at like 11 p.m. I was like, I'm not missing that. So that's why we're having a later start, but at the same time, I'm also this week really gonna soak up the mornings where I can have a later start, because it's a big week ahead and there's a lot going on. So I feel like I really need to sleep when I have the opportunity to sleep more. So anyways, let's go for a delayed sunrise walk. It's gonna be just as good. I always feel so guilty when I miss sunrise because it's like my favorite thing ever, but I can always go tomorrow. Good morning. Let's go get sunrise. Guys, can you see the whale out there? Going crazy. It is Tuesday, which means I have the gym, and I'm actually very excited. So last week I deloaded in the gym. The week before I deloaded on the track, and now I feel like I'm finally actually working hard. So I'm excited to like feel sore again, which is weird to say, but today I've got a big session. I've got like cleans, I've got squats. I kind of stopped looking at what came next because I was like, well, that looks big. It does definitely feel a little bit weird going into a new training block today, given I leave for Europe in 7 days. So I'm doing like a 1-week training block. Guys, so I'm a bit low on pre-training snacks, and they're actually fine. It's just because they've been in the fridge for a long time, so they're a little bit discolored. Don't vomit. This is my... They're fine. They're not mushy. They're just brown, okay? I leave my bananas in the fridge because it's so tropical here that all fruit and veg goes off in a day if you don't put it in the fridge. So this is what I'm having this morning. Okay, today's training win. We massively PB'd our drop jump. So when I do my drop jumps, I do it on the force plates and it tests my RSI, which is basically like a measure of like how reactive you are and like kind of like how springy you are. And as a sprinter, because you're like really fastly, rapidly striking the ground, you want to be really reactive. So like things like sprinting and like long jump and all that, you want a really good RSI. So my previous best was 3.5 and today we did 4.1, which I don't know, like there's not a whole lot of like standards out there for like athletes, but I'm pretty sure like above 3 is like supposed to be pretty good. So I'm happy with 4.1, but I just feel like that number is not transferring to the track. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna have to worry about and address when I get back from Europe. But on the topic of Europe, today is something that kind of times really well, and I'm getting my hair done and I'm so overdue. I feel so dark and I have been getting so many comments lately of people telling me you should go back to your natural color, your hair looks so unhealthy. And guys, if you saw me brown, you would not say that. Like, I know everyone says everyone looks so much better with their natural hair color, but I look so emo, I look so washed out, and like it's just not it. So naturally my hair is like almost black and I'm just not going back there. So I don't care what everyone says. Yeah, my hair is probably not as healthy as it could be when it would be naturally brown, but I don't care. I am going and I'm bleaching my hair. But on the topic of that, I always go this very like bright color. I don't even know what kind of blonde it is. I've just always gone this, but I'm having second thoughts. I'm kind of considering going like a honey blonde, like a bit darker, bit like less creamy, more like warm. I don't know. I've been telling Boyd like for weeks now. I've been really contemplating changing, but then Boyd's like, what if you hate it? And then we're in Europe and you just hate your hair and like you're going to be holding on to these photos and like these memories forever. Like you just don't want to be, you know, because I haven't changed my hair in like, when did I start dyeing my hair? I was like 19. I'm now 24. So it's been 5 years of the same hair. Like, I don't know. I'm going to speak to my hairdresser and I'll report back, but we're back, freshly blonde. Now I'm ready for Europe. The Euro shopping spree has started and Boyd has gone to Zara today and bought some new fits and he wanted to give me a bit of a fashion show. So you guys ready? You gonna open the door?
No, you can go in.
Okay, me and Oak are coming in. Oak, you ready? Let's see what this is all the fuss is about. Okay.
Need some shoes, bud.
There's a cream, it's like, you want to tell us about it? It's a knit t-shirt.
It's a t-shirt with some linen, like a beige linen pant.
Nice. Next one, outfit number 2. Whoa! Okay, tablecloth.
Tablecloth.
No, I actually like it. It's very similar to the one I bought you though in
yeah, it's just a bit darker.
Nice. I didn't know they had such good like men's stuff at Australian Zara. Was it all styled?
No, I just
You had to use your skills. Whoa! Okay, Mykonos.
Got some.
I like it. New shorts.
White linen shorts.
Yeah. Another one of those tops. How many of them you got now?
4.
Oh, rugby boy. It's only Tuesday and I've already run out of groceries because I'm clearly a hungry girl and I really just go through my food so fast. But I thought I'd do a little like grocery haul and show you guys, not everything, I've got most things, but just things that I tend to buy like multiple times a week because I just smash through them. So first thing, thank God it's strawberry season because I buy this many strawberries no matter what season it is, but at the moment they're really cheap, which is good. I got 4 punnets of strawberries. I just like snack on berries like all day. They go on my yogurt bowls, they go on my brekkie. Then I got my pumpkin. Just love it. It's seriously the best. Then soba noodles. I am back on soba noodles. I'm sick of my Greek bowl, which I can't believe I'm saying that because I was so obsessed with it, but I'm over it now. So I'm having soba noodles as like my lunch carb. English muffins for breakfast, you guys know the drill. Some blueberries, also like snack on and for my yogurt bowls. Cauliflower, then some beetroot, apple pie, yogurt bowl, apples, chicken. I get my meat delivered, but I don't get my chicken delivered because I just go through so much of it, so I can't be really waiting. We've got a heap of zucchinis in here, some golden kiwis, cucumber, baby Brussels, some capers. And that's kind of, I guess, what I tend to buy all the time. Obviously like YoPro as well, and like mints. Currently just snacking. Is this not the biggest blueberry you've ever seen? Probably not, but it is like bigger than my eyeball, guys. A normal sized blueberry I could probably fit in my nose. Look how big this is. OMG. This chicken soba noodle bowl I had every single day for like an unhealthy amount of time. And it has made a comeback for dinner tonight. So ingredients are soba noodles, chicken, then I've got some roast veggies. I've got zucchini, capsicum and carrot. Then I've got some lettuce, some like spiraled up cucumber, beetroot, pickled onion, olives, nutritional yeast, and then my like sauce is Kewpie mayo. And it's just seriously such a good combo. Take this as your sign to swap rice one day for soba noodles, because they are a million times better. They're just so yummy. And I just boil them in a saucepan, and then I like drain it. It takes like 2 minutes. It's so easy. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today I am grateful for the fact it is 29 degrees. This is like our first, this is our hottest day of spring. So it's like really starting to feel like summer, and it's warm enough to be walking with no shoes on at the beach. And it's just like Gold Coast is blessing us this week. So we're making the most of it at sunrise. Aren't we, Mr. Oak? Oakley's not loving going to sunrise at the moment, I think because it's quite early. This morning he didn't leave bed. Like I had to shake his lead downstairs, like shake the little bum bag that I wear with the treats in it. Like he wasn't moving. I almost had to come here on my own. Today's training fit is espresso. I completely forgot this color even existed, but this morning we did something a little bit different. So normally I would always like train and then do my work, but this morning we went to the creek and did a little mini like photo shoot, and now I'm going to training. I thought I'd do something a little bit different this week, and I actually threw a question box up on my Instagram and asked you guys to ask me some questions. And I thought we would just throw some like random little Q&A questions throughout this vlog. I'm not gonna sit here and like talk for half an hour to bore you guys, but I thought I could answer like a couple every day this week, even though it's Wednesday, so I haven't really been doing that. But I just had a little look, and something that comes up all the time is how am I always so motivated? And I'm not. Like, I'm human. I'm not some crazy person that is always motivated to be better, but I think I am definitely very driven, and that definitely helps. But for something like today, like going to the gym, if I was going to like a class, no, I would not want to go and I would not be motivated. But I think the way that I train in the gym, we apply progressive overload like every single session. So I have the same training session as I did last week, but this week my reps are slightly lower, I'm lifting more weight, and that excites me and makes me want to go to training, because it's like basically I'm achieving a PB. And for example, my pull-ups, last week I tested my pull-up and I wasn't that happy with it. So this week I'm really motivated to train because I get to work on my pull-ups and get better, and then hopefully next time I test I get a better result. Even something like my hip thrusts, like I hate hip thrusts, but I'm excited to do them today because I'm lifting more and we're doing 130 kilos on each leg rather than 120 that I did last week. Like, I honestly think being really on top of your progressive overload is actually going to mentally help you be so much more motivated to train, especially in the gym. It also really helps that I'm an athlete, and like if I want to perform, I have to go to training. Like, it's just how it is, and a lot of the time it's just following the plan, not your mood. But if you're not training for something, perhaps consider training for something. It doesn't have to be a sport. Do high rocks, do a marathon, do like a little challenge or something at your gym, or like just aspire to be the strongest version of yourself by following a structured training program. Even though like classes are not for me, if you are a competitive person, it might actually be better for you and motivate you to push harder. Even like treating yourself to going to a class with a friend, and then you guys can go get coffee afterwards, and if that motivates you to go to the gym, then so be it. You just gotta like figure out what works for you. But for me, it's just having training structure, competing, whether that's competing on the track against like my competition or competing with myself in the gym. And I know that I'm always talking about like training for performance and not aesthetics, but also at the same time, like everyone's different. If feeling good in your skin is what motivates you to go to the gym, then so be it. Like that's fine too. But personally, not for me. And I find that chasing an aesthetic goal is like a goal that just like, it's always changing. And I feel like you never feel satisfied when you're training for something like that. But everyone's different. I prefer to focus on performance, and I'm always training for an event. But yeah, that's kind of how I stay motivated. And a lot of it's discipline. A lot of it is getting up when you don't want to get up and going. But when you do those things and keep those promises that you make to yourself, even if you don't want to do it, that's how you end up a really confident person, because you don't feel confident when you earn a certain amount of money or you achieve a certain goal. It's actually when you're like investing in yourself and you're keeping those promises and like holding yourself to a high standard. That's how you stay confident. That's my little pep talk for you guys today. Happy Wednesday. I'm gonna go to the gym now. I know.
Oh yeah, oh, you want.
Good morning, happy Thursday, happy rest day. It's currently 5:10 and I'm driving to the beach to a sunrise walk with some friends this morning. It's like so bright for this hour. Really feels like summer's here. I feel like I say this non-stop, but it does. I am so tired because this week has been the athletics world champs, which I think I mentioned on Monday, and just about every race has been at like 10 p.m. and I'm like, oh, it's early enough for me to stay up, but it's also late enough for me to like feel super tired. Whenever I walk with a friend, like I obviously don't get as many good sunrise videos, so if it's a really good sunrise this morning and I don't get a lot of it, that's why. I'll be occupied, but I hope you guys understand. So pretty. You guys know I am obsessed with my brekkie plate and I have the same breakfast every single day, but there is like a certain combination that I've been thinking about, but I don't want to like make it and it not be good and then I can't have my brekkie plate. So I'm actually going to make Boyd this idea this morning.
Nice.
Can I try it now?
Yeah, I don't know about hot honey on eggs though.
What? You're lying. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about it on eggs.
No, it's so good.
It's good.
Honey on eggs is the best thing ever.
It'd probably just be better without it.
You're lying.
No.
You're lying. It's so good.
It's delicious.
Can't tell me otherwise.
But it'd be better without the honey.
Oh well. Becky said I like it, and that was all that mattered.
It's very good. Thank you, darling.
I'll be making that for me now.
Thank you.
With lots of hot honey. Yesterday Boyd had a chopper chop for brekkie, so
No. What?
So another question that came up a lot in my little question box on Instagram was pros and cons of living on the Gold Coast. So if you're new here, I moved to the Gold Coast from Melbourne 4 years ago, like during COVID. The reason why I moved, I literally from like the moment I was born, I just wanted to live here. Even before I'd like really spent much time. I think just like I was very much drawn to like the coastal lifestyle and the warm weather. I've always hated the cold, and living in Melbourne, it's like the cold part of Australia. So I always wanted to move here. I did it in COVID, and pros and cons wise, I feel like I don't even really need to talk about the pros because you guys see the pros in every vlog that I post. It's obviously the lifestyle, the weather, just so much about it. But I thought I would touch on the cons because I obviously only show the good parts of the Gold Coast. I don't want to say that there's like a cost of living crisis on the Gold Coast because I think there's a cost of living crisis in the whole of Australia, but I think there's very much like a housing availability crisis, and like there's definitely been a rental crisis. So geographically the Gold Coast is like this down the coast of Australia. One side is the ocean, the other side is hinterland, and there's really nowhere to build like other than up or down. Down, you're not even in Queensland anymore, you're in northern New South Wales, and up is like Brisbane. So the Gold Coast is like quite small, and there's a lot of like apartments going up as a result because obviously there's nowhere to build more properties. And while so many people want to move here, not many people are leaving here. Put into perspective, when I moved here in 2022, like during COVID, before the boom of everyone moving to the Gold Coast, I was living in a house that was 2 minutes from the beach. I was on the canal, so like I was like on like the river. I had a pool. It was like an amazing house in the best location. I was paying $150 a week for my bedroom with a bathroom. Now, I mean, I don't rent now, so I'm not like 100%, but it's like I'm hearing 400, like 350, 400, like as a normal figure, which is just so crazy. And I'm pretty sure the house that I used to live in is now that. So yes, rent is so expensive, but I also feel like living on the Gold Coast, like no matter where you live, you're so close to the ocean at the same time. Like an inland suburb on the Gold Coast is maybe like 10 minutes from the water. Whereas I feel like when I lived in Melbourne, if you were like inland or like an inner suburb, you were like an hour and you would have to like do a whole day trip to go to the beach. So yeah, we're definitely very lucky in that sense. Another thing that I think is often overlooked is jobs. I feel like there's certain industries that there's so much availability, like fitness and like hospitality, construction. Oh my God, the construction on the Gold Coast is on a whole nother level. I obviously don't work like a traditional 9 to 5, so I don't want to like say the wrong thing, but I do feel like there is not a massive availability of work here. And just because like there's no city on the Gold Coast, so if you do want to work, I guess like something more businessy or like in like just say like commerce or finance, like I feel like all the jobs are in Brisbane, and all of my friends that work in those sort of jobs do have to commute to Brisbane, which is like an hour away, but with traffic can be multiple hours away. In my own personal experience, almost every single person, like friend I've made on the Gold Coast that I've gotten super close to, has had to move back to Melbourne or move somewhere else because of work. I'd say they're probably the only cons. I guess like another one is like Gold Coast definitely feels like a very small town vibe. Everyone knows everyone. I guess that can be a pro or a con, but if you're someone that likes like nightlife and going out, I don't feel like the Gold Coast is the place for that. But at the same time, I think you can really balance like going out and like drinking culture with a healthy lifestyle as well, because everywhere closes so early. Like I think most of the nightclubs close by midnight, so you can sort of do both and balance that really well. Like you can still go out on a Saturday night and you can still get up for sunrise on the Sunday. It's definitely very slow paced. Like if you love the hustle and bustle of the city, you're not going to get that here. I feel like it's definitely a unique place and it's so amazing and I love it and I don't want to live anywhere else. And yeah, anyways, my lunch is just about ready, so I'm gonna go finish cooking that up. It's my chicken soba noodle bowl. Guys, I've got Boyd's Uber Eats hiding under here. Who are you calling?
just asking where it is.
What'd you order?
Subway.
Oh.
And this is a photo. That's definitely sus.
Oh, that is sus. It's weird because I ordered Subway too. Yummy.
Why didn't you just tell me it was here? I just called you.
You can call up and apologise now. I definitely don't need these, but I love these. I love this top. Like the size is perfect, but I want it in this colour, the green. I feel like it would just pair with more colours, but they don't have my size. So I'm like, do I get it, or is that a sign that I don't need it, you know? I don't know. Okay, this has become one of my fave dins. It's sort of like dins, why don't I just call it that? It's sort of like noodle broad beach, but with my spin on it. So it's like rice, poached chicken, crispy Brussels, and pumpkin. And then I make this curry sauce, and I did it again last week. I thought, why did I put cottage cheese in it? I remembered it's because I have coconut milk instead of coconut cream. I just like don't have any, so I put cottage cheese in it to like try and make it a bit creamier. Oh, that doesn't look very appetizing, but trust me, it tastes better than it looks. And if you guys want to know the ingredients for the sauce, I think it's pretty close to noodle. It's coconut, it was supposed to be coconut cream, yellow curry paste, curry powder, garlic powder, onion powder, butter, and that's it. Naked Harvest just dropped the best flavour of moon milk. I tried it this morning for the first time, and I didn't think I was gonna love it because I don't love choc mint, but I love a mint slice biscuit, and it tastes exactly like that. It is so good. Also, if you don't know what moon milk is, it's like a sleepy hot chocolate that you have before bed. It's got so much like magnesium, and like it's like a herbal blend. It just helps you wind down at night. You can have it like a Milo, or you can have it like a hot chocolate. I like to have mine sort of more like a Milo, but it's just so yummy. And if you like to have something sweet before bed, but you don't want something as heavy as my apple pie yogurt bowl, then this is perfect for you. Do you want a hot one or a cold one?
A hot one.
Hot one? Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know. Do you like hot drinks or cold drinks better?
Cold one, and then maybe like a bowl of ice cream with it.
I can do that. So many of you think that Boyd's name, like I'm calling him Boy as like a nickname. His name is Boyd.
Boyd!
B-O-Y-D. When I first tried moon milk, I thought you were like supposed to have it like this, like cold. And then I saw everyone making it with like hot water, and I was like, what on earth is going on here? I must have made Boyd's a lot stronger than mine. Oops. Oh, sorry, I forgot to make you one.
That's delicious.
Yum?
Yeah.
Like ice magic?
Yeah, I like this.
It'd be good for you too. Because Boyd, I'm like someone that sleeps like this. Second my head hits the pillow. Not this guy.
Maybe like 50 minutes or 40 minutes.
That's so wild to me. I like as soon as I close my eyes, I'm out. Dude, literally finished it. Good morning and happy Friday. I just really felt like I needed a nice slow morning, so I've had a lovely sleep in, and normally I do this on the weekend, but we've got a crazy weekend ahead, so we're doing it today instead. And as a result, I woke up with like a 90% recovery. I think it was a good decision to make. But since I am having a bit of a slower morning and not rushing out the door, I thought I'd treat myself and make myself a little iced chai before we head out. I've been in my chai era. I actually never had really like had a chai before, probably the last like month. And every time I make my apple pie yogurt bowl, I always make it sort of like a chai base. Like I mix maple with cinnamon. Oh my God, and Naked Harvest launched a chai latte, and it smells just like a cinnamon donut. I had one yesterday morning and it was so good. I actually spoke about this on my Instagram this week, but I feel like fiber is something that is so overlooked, and everyone is always striving to like hit their protein, but no one really cares about fiber, and it's actually so much more important than you think and so good for you. So to make things even better about this chai, Naked Harvest have actually added fiber to the blend. So if you're someone that struggles to hit your fiber, you kind of get to do it this way without even like trying or thinking. Oh my God, it's so good, guys. Every day I've been writing down my daily win. It's just like If you're someone that struggles to celebrate small wins or like acknowledge achievements, I think it's like just a good little habit. So every day in my notes app, I just write down what the win was of the day. So what did I even do yesterday? This is why I hate when I forget, because I can't even remember what I did. Very productive, got lots of work done. And at the same time, I also managed to keep my strain really low, which is exactly what I want on a rest day. Kept strain low. But you know what that means? If I kept my strain low and I didn't train, it also means I kept my stress low. Which is exactly what I want. I highly recommend you guys give that a try, but otherwise, if you also want to give this a try, or last night's marine milk, I seriously could not recommend enough. I know so many of you guys love Naked Harvest too, and these flavors are bomb. Like, they absolutely killed this. I have a code, I'll leave it on the screen and in the description, but otherwise it is OMA15 always. I'm gonna sit here and wait for Boyd because he's just having a shower before we go for a walk together. First thing tomorrow morning, Oakley is getting driven to Melbourne because he's staying with our family while we're in Europe. So this morning is our last walk together. So that's why I'm waiting for Boyd, so we can do a little walk as a family, because it's so sad. Oakley's gonna be gone. I'm like, what am I gonna do over the weekend? Thanks, Boyd.
Every time, man.
I don't think Boyd's like ever had the right name on his coffee order. He's had some pretty rogue ones. Like my all-time favorite is Poyt. P-O-Y-T.
Ploy.
Ploy. He gets boy a lot.
P-L-O-I. How do you spell boy?
P-L-O-I. Ploy. Oh, it's funny. And then today he's got Floyd. You won't be getting this kind of treatment in Melbourne, Oak. You sad?
Yeah.
Who's sadder?
Because he doesn't know yet. We'll be sadder after.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be sad when he's with Skip. We got a bit going on tonight. Happy weekend. Let me tell you what, I am excited for these world champs on the track to be over so I can actually start going to bed on time, because oh my god, the 200 meter final last night was at like 11:30. I didn't stay up for it. I like went to bed at 10, but then I'd like set my alarm every 10 minutes to watch like every semi-final. It's pretty bad. So as a result, this is my recovery today. Then last night as well, I had my speed endurance session on the track, 6 200s, and honestly it was probably the easiest session I've ever done of 6 200s, only because I had in the back of my mind, this is the last time I have to do this for 6 weeks. So every rep I was like, 3 more for 6 weeks, 2 more. Oh, it was so good. So I'm glad that's over. We had to say our goodbyes to Oakley. I'm actually going to see him tomorrow and on Monday, but Boyd's not for 6 weeks, which is so sad. Bye.
Bye.
See you when you won the flag.
Don't go early.
Today has gone so ridiculously fast. I cannot even deal. So I got home from training, and dropping Boyd off at the airport. So thought I'd dabble in like a little bit of packing. 5 hours gone. But I feel so much better that I've got like almost all of it done. So we're going to Europe at like a little bit of like an awkward time when it comes to packing. We're going to Greece where it's going to be like hot bikini weather, Then we've got like south of France, it's gonna be like mid-20s, and then we're finishing up in London where it's gonna be like freezing. So I need to pack for like every season of the year, and I'm already an overpacker as is. So I'm off to get my nails done this afternoon because I really don't want to have to get them done over there, so I thought I'd go with just a fresh set and doing something a little bit crazy. So I have never in my life had a pedicure, and I'm doing it today. For my whole life, I have just never been able to bring myself to make someone touch my feet. Like, I hate feet so much, and I'm like, I would never put someone through that, like having to touch my feet. But then, I don't know, lately when I've been getting my nails done, like manicure, I'm like, God, people get their toes done all the time. And like, yeah, my feet are pretty bad, but surely they're not the worst that these people have ever seen. And I don't know, I booked an express pedicure because I don't think I have like a whole hour in me. I'm also really ticklish. So, you know what? The last thing I want in Europe when I'm getting all these really cool photos is to have some dirty, gross dogs ruining the pictures. So let's do something about it this afternoon, as much as I really don't want to. But, you know, who knows? I might get hooked. I might get them all the time now, but I don't think so. Oh my God, guys. Are you kidding me? Like, that is gorge. Good morning. I don't know how well you guys can see me, but this is not the normal hour that I'm up on a Sunday morning, but it's currently 4 in the morning, almost 5. It's actually quite bright outside considering, but today's a day for Boyd's footy grand final, so I'm flying to Melbourne at 7 AM. I didn't want to just like roll out of bed, get on the plane, feel really groggy and gross, and then like it's just going to be a long day, and especially if they win, a long night too. So I just thought I'd get up and try and do as much of my morning routine as I can, even though it's like a ridiculous hour for a Sunday. Like, I'm not about getting up early on a Sunday. Arrived at the airport 5 minutes before boarding. And I don't think I've ever not done this. It is time for the GF. This is the new CSB leather bomber. I'm just using this as a mirror because this bedroom doesn't have one. Let's go. Let's win. Like, I really hope they do. Good morning from Melbourne. So yesterday did not go the way that we would have hoped. The boys were so close. After the first quarter, they were like 6 goals down. Oh gosh. Then at 3/4 time, scores were level. So they went to the last quarter, scores were level. They ended up losing by 10 points, which is just so sad because last year they lost by about the same, and they also lost like 2 years ago as well. So they've gone second 3 times, and you know, we always say 3rd time lucky, and it didn't go that way. But on a more positive note, I'm glad that Boyd still has something to look forward to. So we leave for Europe tomorrow. Currently doing my morning walk in the pouring down rain. It is freezing, but I need a few last minute things from the chemist before we fly to Europe. And then I've booked a flight today so that I land just in time for training tonight, because I don't want to miss track training because it's like my last session with the squad. Training tonight, I got starts. My nervous system feels absolutely fried just from like being out of routine. I also feel like extremely hungover, but I didn't even drink last night. Like, my last drink was 3 years ago. So I think that's honestly just what happens when I'm out of routine, is I just get completely hungover. As you guys probably know, based off all my other travel vlogs, like when I'm on a holiday, I don't like not train, because training is like a part of my lifestyle and something I love doing. So I don't feel like I need a break from it. And obviously going to Europe, it makes it hard. Like, I'm not gonna have Olympic gyms and athletics tracks everywhere I go. So how I'm gonna do it is I'm just dropping my training volume and really taking the pressure off, like training on certain days, training at certain times. All I really want to do is maintain my squat strength, because I feel like I've had to work really hard to get to where I am, and I just don't want to sort of start again. I want to maintain my acceleration on the track, and I just want to maintain my speed endurance. I'm aiming for 2 run days a week. Acceleration, so easy to do anywhere. All I need is like a road, and I just like sprint for 20 meters. Speed endurance would be more like stairs, hills, whatever I can really get access to, where I can run around like 150 to 200, hopefully, maybe further. I find the hardest thing overseas is like replicating the Olympic lifting that I do at my own gym here, just because so many gyms, like, you can't drop the bar, they don't have the right bar, they don't have like bumper plates, like it can be really hard to perform at a high level. So I'd rather just scrap that, take the pressure off that completely, and just focus on heavy pulls, which is kind of like doing a deadlift, I guess. But ultimately I just want to come back feeling like actually refreshed, not have any niggles. Like I'm still like sort of managing my hamstring tendon slash my popliteus, so I want that to be gone. And I want to also, the mistake that I made in the US was I was just like obviously exerting myself a lot more than I would at home, because I was walking everywhere and I was really active and I was really busy. But I would train through that, because I was like, oh, like walking around Beverly Hills is not like draining, like I can still train. But it actually was so much more than I thought. I pushed through all my extra activities and I continued to train, and I just trained so bad, and as a result got injured. So my goal over there is to like only train when my body feels 100%, otherwise it's just a complete wasted session. And when you train like that and you're like just training to get the session done versus focusing on pure quality, which is so much easier said than done, you actually are like de-training, because I'm just constantly training at a low level. So we don't want that. I want to come back feeling fast and fresh, and yeah, so I need to be really mature with how I approach my training, and yeah, make good choices. Otherwise, let's go get our last session here done until like my season starts, which is so crazy because oh my god, I do not feel ready to race. I have some good news and some bad news. Good news is tonight was the first training session in like a month, maybe even 5 weeks, where I haven't felt pain. So I'm just so excited and so happy, and that's like perfect timing that I'm about to go away and I don't have to worry about that. The bad news, however, I feel like I'm getting sick, and I've got that feeling in my throat, that tickle, and I'm like super thirsty. And Boyd was really sick last week leading into his game, and I was surprised that I didn't end up getting sick. And then obviously I went to Melbourne where it was freezing. I got on the plane twice, probably got really infected, so that's a little bit annoying, but at the same time I don't really care, because I'm like, I don't think anything can really bring down the vibes of going to Europe tomorrow. And if I'm sick, I mean, I'm gonna be relaxing anyway, so it works well. But when I am sick, the only thing I crave is like 1, water, and 2, veggies. I just feel like that's my body being like, I need nutrients. So I'll show you what I made for dinner. There's a lot of veg, but I'm also trying to like finish everything in my fridge, because obviously I've got to throw everything out. So this is my dinner. I missed out on Sunday night steak night yesterday, so we're having Monday night steak night. We're having Nature's Superfood steak, miso. My dad used to tell me as a kid that miso makes you live forever, so it also just tastes really good. Heaps of veggies. I got my crispy Brussels, my zucchini, asparagus, mushrooms, onion, peppers, cauliflower, pumpkin with hot honey and cottage cheese. I think that's it. Oh, and also obviously lots of parmesan, if you can't tell. I spoke about this in my recent what I eat in a day, but I've been taking colostrum, and like kind of on and off. I haven't really had it for a little bit, but I've added colostrum to my yogurt bowl tonight because it's supposed to be really good for immunity. We'll see what happens, but I think I'm going to wrap up my vlog here, because tomorrow is going to be a frantic day trying to get everything sorted. I also wanted to ask you guys, please share some like book recommendations, not like things like Fourth Wing and like all the viral ones, like I've already got those, but anything else. Like I've heard that Emrata's book is really good. I really want to get into reading while I'm away, and I'm going to bring my Kindle, and I just want to like switch off. It's either, I'm hoping it's going to be either vlogging for you guys or reading and nothing else pretty much. So please let me know your book recommendations. And I also just wanted to let you guys know I'm obviously going to be filming and vlogging all of Europe, but please bear with me. Like there's going to be a few vlogs where it's over like 10 days, so I might not be able to get a video out once a week, but there will be, I think, 5 Europe vlogs, separate ones. So they will be coming, but just bear with me. Obviously it's going to be hard to juggle like editing and traveling and exploring and everything, but I'm so excited to bring you guys along and just to like capture the memories. I feel like that's one of the most rewarding parts of like doing YouTube, is I guess you get to document your whole life and then rewatch it in a few years time. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I really hope this vlog ends up being quite long for you guys, so if I do leave you hanging, you've got something to watch in the meantime. But yeah, thank you for watching and coming along for a fun, wholesome, crazy week. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'm also sorry for always talking about Europe, but it's like our first time going and like our first big trip ever, so we're gonna be very excited. But anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you when I'm in Greece.